Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about another thing. Premonition is what some people call it, that I had. Okay, some call it the gift. But I have been trying to do a few of these stories, and I'll do them every once in a while. I might repeat myself, so oh well. But anyway, this one happened, I don't know how many years ago it was. I can't remember, but it was involved what we called back then a service road. You know, the road along the side of the highway. But these days, I mean, more and more, when I moved out of that area, more and more I saw them too, the signs that say frontage road. Now, I don't know what they call them where you are. What do they call them where you are? But anyway, I remember one of my sisters, a friend of hers, told the story that they were driving down the highway going to Dallas, and my sister kept, watching these signs, and eventually she said, they sure do have a lot of roads out here called frontage. The exit sign says frontage road. And she thought it was just a bunch of roads called frontage. So yeah. Okay, but like I said, we just used to call them service roads. So she grew up calling them service roads too. But anyway, this premonition involved that. And like I said, it goes back so many years I can't even remember. And so let me get to it. The story went like this. I mean, the situation, it's not a story, it's real story. True story. That me and my friend, we were in her car, and we went to see her mother. Okay, her mother lived off the highway, like down a road off the highway, but we had to go down a service road, frontage road, to get to her house. Okay. Now, my friend was driving, like I said, in her car, and so we got there, we went, to her mother's, and I don't know what happened there. I don't know if we had dinner or what, but there was no alcohol or drugs or anything like that involved. And I don't remember why, but when we left, I was real tired, real sleepy. And so I went and laid down in the back seat of the car as my friend drove us back home. Maybe I wasn't feeling well, who knows. Okay, but what I do know is that my friend was driving, and all of a sudden, I was lying down in the back seat, and all of a sudden I popped up and said, stop! I yelled at her to stop. And she did. She slammed on the brakes. Okay, and I remember, I've told this story before, but I felt something really off, something really bad was about to happen, and lying down in the back. It was dark at night, by the way. And just had this eerie feeling that if she didn't stop, something horrible would happen. And, I wasn't looking out. I was lying down, so I couldn't see out the windows, anything. And it was dark. It was nighttime. So she slammed on the brakes, and she said, what? Screamed at me. What? I had a phone call. I hope that ended, you could hear the rest of that. But anyway, she screamed at me, what? And then at that moment, she looked up and I looked up, and what had happened was she had passed the stop sign, was into the service road, and she was about to hit the grass next to the highway. Okay. Now she had crossed over the service road running perpendicular, running the other way. She had driven over that. Yeah, and was about to hit the highway. Okay. Wow. It was just one of those, like I said, the whole scene there was no way I would know. Now my brain, the way I think, they see it as the gift, the premonition, but my brain, I think that I'd had, been driving for I don't know how long, so I pretty much knew she was going too far. You see, and she wasn't paying enough attention or whatever. Why wouldn't she be? I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of freaky. Okay, now that was a really short one, very short story about the things that have happened to me and involving other people. But they happen, I'd say maybe once every blue moon, let's just put it that way. And I'm more of a, an I guess, logical, analytical science, I look for something to have some purpose behind it. And sometimes the way I usually see it is that I'm simply more in touch with what's going on and what could possibly happen. So I, had this kind of flash, what I call them flashes, I had this, something like that. Or before, like it could be weeks or months before something happens, I have a flash, what I call like a little movie in my head, a little video clip or something. It's very short. And then something very similar to it happens. It's something that I need to warn a person about. I just did a video about that, made it public, or about to make it public, about one of them, involving a deer, or deer. But, yeah, do you have something like that happen? Do you credit it to be something involving being an empath, or what? What do you see it? Now, I don't see it in any mystical, magical way. I just see it as that, like I just said, I'm kind of in tune to what could happen, what could possibly happen. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. It was a short story, but hey, what are you thinking? What have you had? Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel and you haven't already, click the circle icon that pops up. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles that pop up. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on your own social media if you would, and I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.